Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Nerf Herder again. I have a saber I'm going to show off. This is a personal saber of mine. I did a video on it a long time ago. The video quality is not the best. Some of these videos I did back in the day are just low volume and terrible quality, and I was like, whatever, screw it. But now I regret it. But the thing is, I replaced the speaker in my Derelict inspired 2.0 saber that I did a long time ago, and I've been swinging it around, and it's way louder now that it has a Smuggler's Outpost 28mm speaker in it. And I have just been like, you know what, I'm gonna do a video on it. I know I've seen it before, it's been a minute, but I do really enjoy this hilt a lot. It's probably one of my favorites to swing around. Is 7/8 inch blade. That's how most of these Corband scrap flexes are, which I love the 7/8 inch blade. This hilt is heavily inspired by the Derelict lightsaber by Sloth Furnace. And I'm just a sucker for Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR. All those hilts from those games that BioWare did. It's just the designs on those hilts do so much for me, and I try to bring them, that influence to every one of my personal builds. As you guys can see, I'll probably do more. I really wanted a Derelict saber. I've always loved the aesthetic. Of it. I like the Graflex cues to it with a lot of the ribbed sections. So a lot of people will probably ask me if you've never seen this saber or me talk about it. I do not replicate this to sell. The thing is, this is a thing in the community that happens a lot. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like you need to respect the people who did the work originally. So for me to make this, it was for me personally. This is my personal saber. This does not get sold ever. This goes in the coffin with me. But I talked to Brad and I was like, hey, is it cool if I try my hand at it? Because I'm gonna try to get extremely close, or as close as I can, with a 2.0 kit. So it has a lot of differences. My body's, it's much more smooth looking than the body and the shell piece used and all that stuff. I wanted it to be like a 2.0, a Derelict 2.0, which is what I call this, because it was used with a Corband kit, 2.0 kit. But yeah, Brad was really cool, and he was like, as long as you don't sell them, make a run of it, you're good. And I was like, didn't plan. This is for me. This is all me, baby. Again, like I said, Corband 2.0 kit. I got a TCSS 2.0 conversion piece that's underneath this shroud. So this has a shroud over the body. It's a 3-inch extension body plus the extension piece. I cut the shroud of the 2.0 shroud, and then I got an MHS box, low profile switch. My auxiliary is the red button switch in there. I don't have a blade plug in it right now, but it's TCSS NeoPixel connector. It's got the 18650 battery because this is a tight build. I actually really want to redo this build entirely now that I can 3D print and make my own chassis. So that way I want to do a removable, because as of right now the speaker is connected, so when I take the pommel off, I pop the speaker off to the side, it hangs by the wire, and I got my recharge port and SD access in the back. So it works, but it's not the most ideal. I had to use I get crafty on where to put it. The battery goes in the grenade section area. I had to use chassis discs. Cole, if you're watching, the old school. I used chassis discs for hold the CFX, and then I did a makeshift holder for the recharge port underneath it in the opening. So you literally, everything's right there, which is funny because that's basically how stuff is nowadays when you redo it. So that's pretty much it. The ribbed core, I mean, it's not a lot to it. A lot of people asked me to build them for them when I first showed this, and I had to fight some people. I was like, no, I told you no, I will not replicate and sell this. But if you wanted to build your own, I mean, people do it all the time. You just, show respect where respect is due to the original artist. Every time I show this off, I'm like, yo, it's not my design. I did not design this. Like, yes, I built it, but it is, there was an artist that did every component to make this thing. I just used the blueprints. You get what I'm saying? Again, I wanted to put my own little flair on it, add certain things that tickle my fancy. Enough of that. We've got the 28mm full range speaker from Smugglers Outpost, which are just my go-to speakers. I put it in here. It originally had a Vecco in all the videos I showed it off on, and I was like, I don't know, I just had an extra Smugglers Outpost speaker I got from Albert. I had about 3 extras that I immediately was like, all right, pulling all my Veccos out of all my sabers and swapping them. And this dude screams now. It is so much louder. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the blade in, and we're gonna go ride the plane with it. 7/8 inch blade just looks so much better on camera each time. All right, I got this kind of set pretty quick. It just sounds. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I don't know if I said that, CFX is in it.
Must be done, Lord Feeder. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
This is The Chosen One by K Sith, and it's one of my favorite Dark Side sound fonts. Oh, if I have a red, I have to put this font on there. Red's so good on that. What's that? That speaker is just does it so well. Let's get an ignition one more time. Alright, moving on.
Master Windu.
This is Mace by K Sith.
Take a seat.
I'm a sucker for this sound font. These power-ons are so good. They're so freaking tasty. Let's get a few of them. Love that font so much.
The balance.
Balance, also by K Sith. Oh yeah, baby. I mean, it's very, very comfortable saber. I wish I had a comparison to what the speaker sounded like before with the Vecco to upgrade it to the Smugglers Outpost 28mm speaker, because it is night and day difference in sound volume and resonance and everything. I mean, it's just that's I'm just a sucker for this design, you guys. I know some people don't care for it. You know, some people are like, whatever, not really my thing. I'm like, you're a fool. You're straight up a fool, bro. No, we all have our different opinions and what's beautiful lightsaber hilt and what's not. Oh. Well, there we go. I mean, she's just... it's such good quality.
Darth Vader.
One more time.
You will try.
On the way out. There we go, you guys. This is just one of my all-time favorite, I guess, scrap flexes. You can call it a scrap flex. It's technically a scrap flex because of the way I did it. Yeah, again, this is heavily inspired by the Sloth Furnace Derelict lightsaber from the Old Republic stuff. I've got the CFX. Yeah, I don't know if I said it or not. It's the CFX is in here. 28mm smugglers outpost speaker. I can't praise them enough, man. I've been using them for a long time now. Albert's a friend. Even if he wasn't, I'd be supporting this. Yeah, man. Guys, Smugglers Outpost on Etsy. They got the 28 full range, and then you also got the dark side, which I have a dark side in a couple of my sabers. People ask me all the time, which do I prefer, the full range or the dark side? And it's just a question of I guess resonance and what hilt you're doing it in. For dark side saber speaker, definitely go for you know, your Sith hilts, and it makes the clashes and the hum just a little bit more oomph, obviously. But I like the full range probably more, which is where I go towards, because you get a little bit of everything. But I feel like the full range is just, it screams that right bit for me. Even though that dark side speaker would sound phenomenal with that font. So, all right, guys, that'll do it for this. I got a couple more videos I want to do, getting back in the swing of things. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.
Scruffy looking.